Now, some of you have been watching me and you've seen in the Discord under the Zero DT channel that I have a little over a 95% win rate for this year. And we've done, 90 something trades to this point. And I have a just over a 95% win rate. Let's break that down really quickly, you guys. So here at Dorian Trader with the Zero DT trade, what we try to do is have, as Dr. Meadows calls his course, a statistical edge. We want to have a math edge. So a traditional day trade is 50-50, right? If you're doing it with currencies like Forex, if you're doing it with futures contract, with shares, it's a 50-50 shot. It's either going to go up right away and you're going to be winning if you're bullish, or it's going to go down right away and you're going to be losing if you're bullish, if that's the day trade that you're doing. And to me, that is a game that very few people can be successful at, because you have to have a ridiculous amount of discipline to be able to cut your losses almost immediately if the trade doesn't go in your direction that you're betting, or you can have substantial losses. With options, you can structure options that allow you to still win even if you're directionally wrong. So you can do that with a bread and butter type of style that you guys know we teach here at Dorian Trader, 30 to 60 days. You can do it with a long dated. You can also do it with a short-term trade like a zero DT trade. You can have your assumption, and if it's bullish but it goes down, you can still win because of the way you strategically structure the trade. So we don't know if the market is going to go up or go down. If you do a chat GPT kind of research or search, it's going to tell you that 54% of days are up historically since the 1930s. So maybe it's a slight edge of being bullish on any given day. But statistically, it's still just 50-50, if you don't get that kind of drift up because of interest rate or interest-free rate that the Fed gives you, right? So to make it simple, it's 50-50, right? It's either going to go up or go down. And that's for almost every stock. The market, you can argue that maybe it's a little drift, but any stock is definitely 50-50. So if you can structure your trade that you don't put it in a way that you're really crazy bullish or really crazy bearish, but you're more of a neutral trade, the way we do this statistical day trade or this zero DT trade. We put it on as an iron condor, and we believe that is less risk than just going directional and put it on a put spread or a call spread. Because if it does go against you, the other side is offsetting some of the losses, and then you're going to have to adjust anyway the way we teach. So it's better just to come in as an iron condor and then let it play out, and then obviously make your adjustments accordingly. So normally when we put this trade on, we're trying to be as far away as we possibly can, usually less than a 10 delta on either side. And we're trying to structure the trade usually, 20 to 50 points, sometime wider if you're doing it like Dr. Meadows. And even Dr. Meadows at times will go tighter. He'll go as tight as 10 points wide if he deems the risk is too great at that time and he wants to still do the trade, but he wants to reduce the risk of some outlier situation happening. But normally, as we teach in that course, you're going to go 20 to 50 points wide on each side, and then you're going to put a stop loss order on. You're going to put it on the short legs only. That is like what I was saying here, the call side only or the put side only. The way I like to do it when I'm putting a stop is I like to put it on the vertical spread on the put side and the vertical spread on the call side separately, because a lot of times the market is going to move in a direction and one of the sides, or the non-tested side, is going to have a zero bid, and it's going to be hard to get out of that as an iron condor. So it's best to be able to get out, or set your stops, I should say, as individual short legs or the individual vertical spreads. Obviously, if you get to your profit target early, which normally that's going to be the case, you can get out as an iron condor. But the longer you're in the trade, the more likely it might be a zero bid on one of the sides, and then it's going to be hard to get out of an iron condor that way. Or if you're getting stopped out, the non-tested side is probably a zero bid, and it's hard to get out of that then, or you're not going to be able to get out of it. So you want to make sure, if you're putting stops, and which you should be doing, you want to be putting those stops correctly, and we teach you how to do that in the statistical day trading course. Now, some of you have been watching me and you've seen in the Discord under the Zero DT channel that I have a little over a 95% win rate for this year. And we've done, 90 something trades to this point. and I have a just over a 95% win rate. Before we continue with the video, I just want to quickly point out that if you're interested in learning more about the zero DT strategy or any other of the strategies that we teach here at Dorian Trader, you can check out our Dorian Way School. We're going to put the link in the description area. It will help you accelerate your learning process. Thanks for listening. Now back to the video. So with that type of win rate and the way I've been doing it, you're going to learn to morph or form the trade that fits your temperament. But initially, you should follow the trade step by step the way it's taught in the course. And then you don't want to be a robot. You want to make sure it fits your temperament, because not every strategy, not every step in the strategy is going to fit your temperament. So you design it with the foundation of what we teach, and then you kind of change it a little bit to fit your temperament. And so what I have done is went with alerts instead of the actual physical the stop limit order. The reason why I've done that is because I can watch the computer throughout the day. I'm almost always at my computer during the day. And the reason why is that I can adjust really well. That's my edge. I can adjust with the best of them out there. So when something goes wrong, I can fix it almost 100% of the time. Not 100%, right? I know my limits. And with zero DT trades, my limit starts during the witching hour. So I try to get out of the trade before the witching hour. And then I have other rules of, okay, if I have to adjust more than twice, then I'm going for break even. So my win rate is really high because I'm trying to always think about what I can lose before what I can win, and understand that it's going to be a ton of days that I'm going to put the trade on and I'm going to get my profit without ever having to touch the trade. Like you guys saw yesterday when we were doing the alchemy of a trade. Put the trade on, put my 55% target in there. It was out within an hour and a half or whatever it was. Some days you're going to have to adjust. And when you have to adjust, you have to understand what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. My strength is that I can get out of almost anything up into the witching hour. And so whenever I've lost on these trades, it's been during the witching hour. And I've had times to get out of the trade for a small loss or a break even, and I decided to stay in, go into the witching hour. And so I don't do that anymore. And so that's why the win rate is so high. And that's why I can say, okay, I'm certain that, with the zero DT strategy, I can hit 50, 100% in a year on doing this strategy. You learn the process that we teach, and then you design it based on, or design it to your temperament. And you don't know what that is yet if you haven't did this trade, right? You might think you have a zero DT temperament, and you can realize that you don't, and that's fine. It's not technically my temperament. I'm more of a longer term trader. But because I've been able to do this for, 5+ years now of short-term trading, obviously the swing trading has been years. It's become more accustomed to it. I've got more comfortable with it. But some people never get comfortable with it, and that's fine. It's so many ways to make money in these markets. You do not have to make money the way everyone else does. The key is just making money.